So, 23rd of August 2023. It's one of them, innit? 23/8/23. Palindrome. The song is Let the Music Play. I think it was Barry White. Walrus of Love. So the name Barry may mean something to you. If you see a walrus at any point, that's important. Could be a drawing of one. Could be the real thing for all I know. But don't dismiss anything. So I got a sign on a notice board yesterday after a conversation that was had. There was extremely synchronicity. So don't dismiss anything. When you think, how weird is that? That is when Spirit have given you a download. So third house communication, communicating the truth. And it could be a message from Spirit, because we've got Pisces. The martyrs, the victims, the prisoners, the poets, the actors, the psychics. Today's card is the Hierophant. 5 and 23. It's about faith in yourself more than anything else. Religion, Catholics, schools, teachers, blessings, the way you was brought up, your culture, your creed. Keys and Simon Peter. What are you binding yourself to, the spiritual or the material? Taurus energy. There it is. It's friendships, it's marriages. So, something out of the blue. Didn't expect it, without warning, and it's not very good. Pegasus is flying up there. So it's one of the other horse. 8 days. Lack of communication. You need to open up and speak your truth. especially during an argument, a conflict, because somebody is trying to bring you to your knees with their words. What they don't realise is no one wins this, everyone will regret it. They want to win at all costs. They will cut the nose off to spite the face. They have to win. And we, or someone, feels impotent, unable or unwilling to take action. It could be impotence, problems physically or emotionally. You're going to have to fight for what you want, whether you feel like you can or not, or nothing will come of it. There's patience needed because you're going to be stuck in stormy waters for a while, 5 to 6 weeks. You have to make the right choice for you. Adam, Eve, Lily, Simon, Peter. Communications, which we've got there, third house. Children, definitely. Schools. Partnerships, unions. Twins. Hands, arms, shoulders. The Garden of Eden. Some trees burn and some don't. So, there we go. You're taking the baggage of the past with you, and until you get rid of it, you can't move on. It will poison you from the inside. Major Arcana is a positive. Yeah, this is a nightmare situation, no doubt about it. Now we've got 9 weeks. The swords are out. The sheaths are off. But justice will be served. And number 11. So this could be a court case, a legal matter. Excuse me. Libra, we cannot sit on the fence about this matter. 2 5s, a change is coming. You may be mortally wounded by the actions of others, and it will cause conflict and competition. There will be no success. Either way, no one will win. Because we refuse to turn the back on the past, on the misery of the past. Yeah, so someone is deliberately keeping you in the dark, putting obstacles in your path. Leo energy again. We're out of Leo now, we're in Virgo. 19. Delays in travel. No return to happiness. You're in the dark. It's time to stand on your own 2 feet and be emotionally and financially independent. 9 years. And then you will grow as a person, as a soul, and you make the right decision for you. Mother Earth is waiting for you to do so. 3 and 30. Mothers, mother-in-laws, mothers of your children. The military, May the 31st, November the 11th. A reunion. And today's card is in the read. 5 or 23 now, negative. So someone is not speaking the truth. Someone is not wanting to make the same mistakes that their ancestors made. Tradition is being forgotten or deliberately ignored. A loss of faith, a loss of truth in your own self, and binding yourself to the material world. Yeah, there it is, Libra. Justice will be served. You cannot sit on the fence. You must take sides. There is the Leo energy in the negative. It's about pride, ego, demanding people 30, 32. The home and family life. The Cancer energy, 29, positive. 32, positive. The Dragon, security and wealth, emotionally and financially. Positive energy, number 42. Too many there. Jupiter in reverse, a lack of abundance. You need to grow. The disloyalty of the dog, 48. Mother Earth, like I said, is crying. You need to release this burden. Neptune is in the negative again because we are people pleasing, hanging ourselves out to dry. Groundhog Day, the liver, the feet, the toes. Prometheus. We need to turn our world upside down so that we can stand on our own 2 feet. And number 4 and number 12 is negative. Pisces in Neptune till 2026. It's still there. It will be there till 2026. It's about your boundaries and putting them in place and saying no when you need to. Speaking your truth. And somebody's not doing that right now. The Hangman. The Hangman is unhappy because the truth isn't coming out. People are lying. Oh dear. So, the Dragon positive, the dog negative. Visionary, dynamic, idealistic, perfectionist, scrupulous, lucky, successful, enthusiastic, sentimental, healthy, voluble, irresistible, exciting and intelligent. The dog is negative. Cynical, anxious, pessimistic, suspicious, timid, strict, discouraging, doubtful, discontented, fatalistic, obstinate, distrustful, shy, introverted, unadventurous and tasteless. That's what we're dealing with. Tasteless people. Now we have 27, third house, which we've got on the dice. Messages coming from spirit or in the physical realm. Number 27. A new business, a new team. Somebody is going to be sending drunk text. Don't do that, please. You must stay drunk on writing so reality doesn't destroy you. It's time to stop living in a dream world. And then Ray could be important. Your words have power, and now is the time to get your point across, not stay silent. With this card, you may also make a clearer direction in which way to proceed. It's your neighbourhoods and siblings. The third house is the area of the astrological chart that reveals how we think, speak and communicate. It signifies our need to know and demonstrates how we put our concepts and thoughts into words. You are in search of answers and in need of unlocking mysteries, but your mind is agile and you are able to grasp every detail right now. You may wish to express that mental suppleness through writing, speaking, researching subjects, libraries. You may suddenly wake up to an idea that could turn out to be very lucrative. You may even be toying with the idea of writing a book, starting a blog, perhaps a screenplay or a position on a local news media outlet. There's no better time than now. As well as dreamy or imaginative writings and poetry, the third house represents dexterity, swiftness, curiosity, figuring out the mechanisms of what makes things work. So this could mean expressing yourself in some technical way. Third house, more than any other, is the house of mind. Mercury is about giving and receiving information. When this card turns up in a reading, there is a need to uncover all that you can. It can indicate a time of buying and selling, becoming involved in retail transactions over the internet. Issues dealing with siblings, and I think this could be one of them. There may be questions you must resolve to do with brothers or sisters. Your neighbours may be going through some changes. It's also your neighbourhood. It will take on a different energy. There might be vandalism, burglaries, noise, or looking decrepit. Other persons may not be as warm to your words as you would like. This card can also mean you'll be talking your way into or out of a tough situation. However, you'll be mentally able to grapple with this issue. There will be paperwork involved, not everyday type of paperwork. It's a fortunate time to start a business of your own, perhaps working in translation, creating software, or something to do with deciphering codes and messages. For example, you may also become involved in studying other languages or anything related to work towards a common good. So I did a Chinese lady the other day that it's always a challenge when she comes, but it worked. So number 4, the innocence of love and the past. The number 4 is on the Hanged Man's card. If you can see the way his legs are crossed, that makes the number 4. So the Maiden. The past. The past coming back to be settled. The Trinity knot in the circle is the symbol that represents the maiden, the mother, and the crone. So now we have the mother and the daughter. Demeter and Persephone. The maiden is a symbol of innocence and the past. She is young and yet to learn the hardship of the world, and thus sees the world through a set of innocent eyes. We've been talking about a young female yesterday, wasn't it? The world is her oyster, and she is in search of love. She might be looking for love in the wrong places. She may be a bit naive, but is it really a bad thing when all you see is beauty around you? The maiden reminds us of a time where we also saw life as fun, inspiring, and full of wonder. Have you lost that part of yourself? It's never truly gone, just somewhat forgotten. When we navigate through the hardships of life, we can still be one with this part of ourselves if we allow ourselves to see the beauty in the small things. Something simple as smelling a beautiful flower or sitting in nature and watching the butterflies, the wildlife dance and play around us. It may be time to remember the things that used to bring us joy and sense of peace. We may not have time to do all the things, but we integrate small amounts of it into everyday life. Where have you lost your innocence? Where can you get it back? The more we bring the small joys back into life, the younger and lighter we will feel, no longer weighed down by the multitude of tasks and stresses we've placed on ourselves. So, the weight of the world, drop it. And it's the stag. So, is the letter Z or R and M? Both my initials in there. Wow. It's the mighty elk and the yew tree. And the yew, I think we said, didn't we? Not sure. Let's have a look. I thought yew was the extra day, February the 29th. A day that doesn't exist. Oh no. It's Sagittarius and Capricorn. It resembles an outstretched hand. What you give, you will receive. representing the hand of Tyr, which was sacrificed for the safety of the universe. So what sacrifices are you going to have to make? The raven, the crow, look for the footprints of the birds as a sign from spirit. This is the warrior women, the daughters of Odin, and we will have to stand up and fight alongside the men for our freedom. The father's table in Valhalla. Footprints of the birds again, so we must look for the footprints of the birds as a sign from spirit. Algis is a supreme rune of healing and protection. In ancient magic, it was said that the power of Algis could protect not only oneself, but one's family and friends too. Bear this in mind. The appearance of Algis in a reading suggests that there will be a successful outcome to an endeavour, that a health problem will be overcome, and that help will be given to you by a caring friend. Yes, friendships. It does not denote selfishness, but self-interest. The main message is that you should make time for yourself and hold on to your dreams and desires. The demands of others should be secondary in consideration, because if you don't look after yourself, there will be no you in a position to look after anyone else. Any creative ventures are favoured by this appearance of Algis. You may take up a new and therapeutic hobby, delve into fascinating areas of previous escaped your notice. Algis is also the rune of meditation, so messages surrounding the runes. It can show that health problems are occurring or will occur very soon, and that you need to concern yourself with your own welfare. However, other people may refuse to recognise that you are overburdened and weary, and the demands of these folks will not cease, because when Algis is inverted, you will find that those around you are very insensitive indeed. While in this low state, you will be somewhat weak-willed and will tend to agree to anything simply to have peace. You can't do that. You should bear this in mind and slow down. Go into retreat and seclusion and don't take on anything more just yet, regardless of what they say. Algis signals a period of recuperation to allow yourself the time to regain your strength. So, don't let others boss you around and don't make you try and keep the peace. Because Lemuria can be a place on earth. Heaven can be a place on earth if we go back to basics. So third house, we know, is Gemini, hands, arms, shoulders, communication, siblings, short journeys, learning, immediate environment, your neighbours, and the manner of speech, the way people talk to each other. Saturn in Pisces. As planet and sign are diametrically opposed in this placement, restrictions cause much frustration. Isolation is feared, as is fluidity. So you're stuck between a rock and a hard place, and you feel like nothing can change. But Spirit are telling you, heaven can be a place on earth. Lemuria. Where is it? 114. Lemuria, or Mu, is one of Earth's lost land, where heaven really was a place on Earth, a time before we were kicked out of that Garden of Eden. There we are, the Garden of Eden. Well done, Spirit. In Lemuria, life worked in harmony. All beings were seen as equal, and we were deeply reverent to Mother Earth, a bit like Maui. We knew that the mosquito was no worse than us, and the sun no better. Perhaps you too believe that heaven really can be a place on earth. Perhaps you are part of the transition team, who at a soul level is devoted to creating the kind of harmony on the planet now. Thank you for wanting to do this work. It's easy to get overwhelmed by the state of affairs on the planet right now, but you will be encouraged to keep holding that clear vision of the future. It is closer than you think. The chaos will be sent like a tornado around you, but you must stay in the eye and stay calm and keep your vision clear. You might be guided to hold the frequency of Lemuria in your own community, family, workplace, or within yourself. Know that it is possible, and while at times it feels like you are alone, you truly are not. There are hundreds of thousands of millions who hold the code of the ancients' lost lands, and even Lemurian crystals that hold the code of remembering, that are beginning to rise up all over this planet. Keep doing what you're doing, and remember that the only way to heal the world around us is to first heal ourselves. Hold the codes of Lemuria and believe that heaven really is a place on earth. And be grateful. Your guidance is to count your blessings. When you say thank you to the universe for its gifts, it responds generously to you. And your wisdom reminds you to say thank you for all that you have, the intangible as well as the tangible, because it can soon be taken from you. Whenever you say thank you from your heart, more is bestowed on you, for gratitude is the key to opening the doors to universal abundance. Cultivate an attitude of gratitude and open yourself up to receive love and plenty in your life. Your angels will smile on you. Be grateful for everything that you have, and more will come. Thanks for listening.